I do this, that's a rainbow.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Spartan Arms. Today we are going to talk about the process of getting your CCW in Nevada. I've got the resident expert here at Spartan Arms, Joey, and he's going to help us out today. And, might get some bloopers out of it, so maybe we'll roll those in at the end, so stay tuned. Okay. All right, so CCWs. What do we need to do? Where do we start?
So we actually offer the CCW courses here at Spartan Arms. You can either sign up on our website at spartanarms.vegas, or you can come down to the store, sign up for a class. Mostly classes are going to be on Saturdays or Sundays.
Okay. Saturdays or Sundays, how many hours do you have to do?
So for your class, if you're an initial application, it's an 8-hour course. If you're a renewal application, you're going to be looking at 4 hours.
Okay. And I remember doing it. There was paperwork you have to do beforehand, right?
Yeah.
So what do you got to fill out? What do I have to bring to you?
So when you come into the class, the only thing you need to bring is just your valid driver's license. That's pretty much it. Paperwork we'll give you there, and we actually have a portion of the class where we'll do the paperwork together. That way there's no mistakes, because a lot of people mess those forms up.
I'm pretty sure I went through a couple. Yeah, I went through a few too. Don't worry about it. They'll give you a little hard time, but they'll give you another paper to fill out. And the class, if I remember, it's a class, right? You go there. It's not super fun. You're gonna learn a bunch for sure. I remember learning about things that apply specifically to Nevada law, because when you get that Nevada carry permit, it's important to know those things. So they're going to teach you some really good stuff. And there's, there's no test or anything, is there?
There is a test that we take in class only for the initial applicants only, but we do it as a class, so it's all done together, and shouldn't be any wrong answers.
Okay, so everybody goes over the test together. You fill out the test, and then what do you do after that point? So you finished your in-class.
So the in-class portion's done. Now we go out to the range. We're going to do a shooting portion of the class. We're going to shoot 30 rounds at 3, 5, and 7 yards.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And that's actually fun. So as the whole class, you're done, you finish your test, all that stuff, you head outside, and they have, these paper targets set up. Everybody's got, a holster. You got to bring a holster, right?
You don't have to have a holster.
No
it's
holster.
Recommended, but you don't need one.
So you don't have to have a holster, but you have to have what? So I go for the range time, I need at least 30 rounds.
At least 30 rounds, a couple mags, because it's going to be beneficial to you.
Okay.
30 rounds again, and then that's pretty much it. So when we get out to the range, we're going to be looking for about 77%. We want higher if possible, but that's kind of the bare minimum there.
Yeah, I would assume 100% preferred.
100% is definitely preferred. And then mostly what we're going to be looking for out there is going to be safe handling of firearms, and then competency. If you're competent, that's a great thing.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Not a lot
so,
of people
they're going to have you demonstrate, how to handle a firearm safety, make sure that you understand how everything works. And people in my class, when I went, and I only went maybe about 3 years ago here, people brought like revolvers and different things like that. And so you're going to notice a difference in what people need to know. I noticed that some people had never, there was actually somebody in my class who never shot before.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And she brought a revolver, and so that, kind of took some extra time. But I guess my point out of that is you don't have to be at any specific skill level. Come in, and I'm sure if there's extra instruction needed, they'll help you out,
Right. Well, and that's the CCW class is very much a basic handgun course. Granted, we're talking about getting a license to carry our concealed firearm, but all the information in the classroom is very intro, and the range time is also very intro.
Yeah, I remember even just the basic stuff like understanding your sights, your sight picture, how to align your sights, like basic pistol class stuff like you were saying.
Correct. Learning your eye dominance, those kinds of things.
Okay, so I finished my paperwork. I passed my test with flying colors because I'm awesome. Went out there. Every single one was in the bullseye. Good to go. It's incredible, right? Everything's done. I'm done with the class. Now what?
Now you're going to bring your paperwork over to me. I'm going to sign off on it. Then you're going to take your paperwork down to Metro. That's going to be Metro's headquarters. That's down at 400 South Martin Luther King Boulevard. You're going to turn in your paperwork with them. It can take anywhere from, I've been there one time, it took me 20 minutes. I've been there where it's taken me 4 hours. You're probably better off making an appointment if possible, but sometimes it's not always an option. So you take your paperwork down to them, you turn in your paperwork with them, you do your fingerprints, your pictures down there, and then you pay them their $100 fee, and then you wait. You wait 120 days for that permit to come in the mail.
Mine came on the 120th day.
See, and my first one was 82 days, and my second one was, I think it was about 120.
Yeah, it showed up in the mail at the last possible minute.
Yep.
But when you go down there, so you walk through the double doors, first thing you do is you check in with the people on the right.
Right.
They give you this number, and then you kind of sit around and wait. It's a lot like going to the DMV, so pack your patience for sure. But after that, I mean, that's pretty much it, right?
That's pretty much it. Now it's a waiting game from there.
Yeah, now it's a waiting game. But that actually gives you a little bit of time if you're somebody who hasn't picked a good carry gun yet. Maybe you practice or you went out to your class, right, and you had like a Glock 17 instead of full-size pistol, right? You want to go something a little bit smaller. Now's a good time to go try something else, you know?
Absolutely.
All right, so that's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, it's a short video, but it's a short video on purpose. Yeah. Just to kind of recap, you come into the shop, you make an appointment for the class, you fill out the paperwork, you do some tests, you do a little bit of shooting, you go down, you turn all that stuff in, get your fingerprints done, get your permit in the mail.
Correct.
It's very easy.
It's a fairly simple process.
Yeah, it's a little time consuming, but it's very easy to do. So that's pretty much it. If you have any more questions, you can always come into Spartan Arms, ask Joe, ask any of the other people here, and they would be happy to help you. So to close it out in the way that Nathan would, in his memory, since he's not in today's video, I'm Will, this is Joe, and Nathan, what was the other thing?
We'll see you at the shop.
We'll see you at the shop. Okay. Okay. Check. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
You're going to take your paperwork down there. When I do this, that's a rainbow.